and his brain trust, they're picking a fight with a name that you can get some attention, some traction with coming back, but at the same time that they feel they can be as safe as possible. At the end of the day, it should be interesting for all those reasons. Otherwise, we'd just be saying, well, why is he fighting a smaller guy? We don't want to see this. But now it's interesting because of all those elements.
Chris, before you get to your point, I just want to mention that Charlo is still the WBC middleweight champ. And also want to bring up something Teddy touched on. You don't know where Charlo is. Just last week or the week before, there was a virtual press conference with Charlo and Benavidez that they did with Showtime. And it got a lot of buzz because Charlo really, he did not look good physically. He did not sound good emotionally. So, Chris, I think you guys probably saw that. I don't know if that factors into your thoughts on this fight.
Oh, no, it absolutely does. But I want to touch on a point that Teddy just made. He used the word safe. And I think that's what for the handlers of Charlo, that's what they think this fight is. This is a safe and a smart fight. They got a guy who's a lot smaller, a guy who's only stepped up twice before and has lost both those times. And then it turned out that he's also got a name, right? So you got Benavidez his brother is is the main event and one of the top guys in the sport, especially someone who's being talked about quite a bit. So you've got the name of Jose Benavidez. You've got a guy who's coming up essentially 2-3 weight classes at this point and has those losses, like you said, Teddy, to guys when he stepped up before. He's stepping up once again. So in terms of where the Charlo people and handlers are looking at this fight, they're like, yeah, no, this is a good fight. Add on top of it that these guys now have bad blood and they are talking back and forth, chirping at each other. It's gotten people pretty excited about this fight now. This is a fight that no one cared about, no one wanted. It's like, he's fighting a smaller guy. What are we doing? But then it's like, then you see the name. Now they're going back and forth, and the trash talk has been fun. So now we have interest in the fight. So this fight is turning out to be really smart if Charlo has enough left to still be somewhat of what he used to be. What percentage of Charlo is going to show up? Are we going to get 90% of Jamal? Are we going to get 80% of Jamal? And at what percentage does Jamal have to be in order to beat Benavidez is another question that's going to be answered that night. So, yeah, like you alluded to, George, he hasn't looked great. I'm looking forward to seeing how he looks on the scale. Being out of the ring for 2.5 years, especially when you mention problems with drugs and alcohol, what is his body have left? Is another question that's going to be answered that night. So, yeah, like you alluded to, George, he hasn't looked great. I'm looking forward to seeing how he looks on the scale. Being out of the ring for 2.5 years, especially when you mention problems with drugs and alcohol.
What it do? It's 903 Boxing. I'm your host, Charles J. Say, man. Ain't no introduction. I'm getting straight to the shit. And listen, I just had to play that again. I just want y'all to hear this because I speak a lot of these things into existence, and then when it finally happened, fans act like they didn't hear that shit or they didn't see that shit. That was Chris Algieri with Pro Box alongside Paulie. Teddy was on there too. Yeah, how he mentioned that Jamal Charlo struggled with drug and alcohol problem. I've never heard Jamal say that he's an alcoholic or he's struggling with drugs. I heard he's struggling with mental issues. That's what he said. And he was going through a divorce with his wife and problems with his wife. Yeah, that's what drugs was never. No, it was Jose Benavidez Sr. and Jose Benavidez Jr. that has been accusing Jamal Charlo of being on drugs. And I've been speaking about that. And I've been saying, how can the father of David Benavidez and the brother of David Benavidez accuse Jamal of being on drugs when David Benavidez popped dirty for cocaine? And I've also mentioned that if there was a black fighter, they'd make Pookie New Jack City memes about him and he'd be called a crackhead. I told you, bro, you don't live that shit down. Michael Irvin is still a powderhead crackhead to us. So what I'm saying is this. You're calling somebody a drug head, but your brother got caught with drugs. But the point, fuck all that. The point I'm making is them talking about Jamal being on drugs has transferred to mainstream media. Now that's the word out on Jamal. Because because Jose Benavidez Jr. and Sr. mentioned that Jamal is on drugs, now all of a sudden it's a Dauphin story out on Jamal. Now he was on drugs. Y'all don't even talk about Tyson Fury being on drugs, bro. Y'all just say he had mental issues. He admits he snorted cocaine. You never talk about his drug problem. So, listen, before I even keep up on that, I'm going to get back to that. But listen, had a Mexican in my chat. listen, I don't know if I'm going to do another part to the prison story about the blacks versus the Mexicans. I hinted at it a lot in my videos, but I really touched on it. It's getting a lot of attraction. A lot of people got a lot of shit to say. But the Mexican told me, he said, now it's a lot of essays that was in my channel. Some of them laughed. Some of them, some of them was just, I got pretty good feedback from Mexicans. Because I wasn't offensive. I wasn't on no hateful shit. I said Mexicans are our brothers. I said that straight up. Yeah, they are brothers. Just don't act like it. No, they are brothers. And I've explained, I ain't finna go into the details of all that shit, but yeah, y'all black, bro. But, he said that, one Mexican said, man, I seen a big black dude run from a Southsider. Y'all pussy, and y'all scary, and y'all loud. And I responded with some shit like, bro, y'all just as scary as us. You motherfuckers are just as loud as us when you get them Modelos in you and shit like that. Y'all ain't no better than us, to point out, man. And I was laughing with them and shit like that. But, nah, I ain't never seen no black dude run from a man. I'm just telling you, bro. Anyway, another point I'm through trying to talk about who's tougher. Mexicans are tougher now because blacks are not united. That is gonna be bro, everybody tougher than black folks. I'm not trying to prove that black people are tougher. We ain't shit. We the weakest right now. That's a fact. And it's only because, let me tell you something, bro. Everybody know, including Mexicans, black people are united are the most dangerous motherfuckers in the world. Well, I'm not gonna say dangerous, the most powerful. We're the most powerful when we're united. So unity has always been our greatest weapon towards oppression. Not towards Mexicans, towards white folks, towards white supremacy. Yeah, that is my enemy. So I never get caught up on this monkey shit with Mexicans, because Mexicans are just as monkeyish as black folks. Y'all do the same shit. You motherfuckers barbecue just as much as us. Yeah, y'all do the same shit. So it ain't no, I'm not trying to see who's superior or better, but I will say this. I had many Mexican sellers, and I don't know why they always had me with Mexican sellers. And I had a lot of older Mexican sellers, and it seemed like most of my sellers was Pisces. And those are the Mexicans that are from Mexico. They are the most united in prison. They're very organized. They don't fight each other as much as the other Mexicans. And they don't try to act black. They don't listen to rap. They listen to they shit. They watch Number Telemundo. They stick together. They only hang with each other. They don't even hang with other Mexicans. Pisces are strictly from Mexico. But anyway, most of them were my cellies, and every one of them I ate with in the cell. Yeah, in the cell. But the point is, we would always have conversations, and neither one of them could speak good English, but they always tell me, they point at my skin and say, we black. In Mexico, they dark like you. And also, many of them would tell me that, like, Mexicans, and not just Mexicans, people all over around the world, Chinese, Asian, because every group has been oppressed by somebody. Everybody, somewhat pay homage to all of our black heroes, particularly Malcolm X, and even Martin Luther King. But our black leaders they're more appreciated by others than us. Mexicans appreciate Malcolm X more than black people do. No. A lot of people followed our teachings and followed our unity. And yeah, a lot of people learned how to be organized through black struggle. That is a fact. When Malcolm X went to China, bro, they had pictures of him everywhere. They was running up to him like he was like a god, bro. He was loved all over the world. Huey P. Newton, they hit him out in Cuba, bro. It's a lot of shit, bro. Everybody loved our heroes. They loved us when we stood up. Now everybody shit on us because we're not organized. But like I said, bro, black folks organized. It ain't even no race between Mexicans and blacks. There's no even competition, bro. especially on some physical shit, bro. If black people are united, Mexicans would not win not one ride between black, because if we organize, bro, we know y'all can't fuck with us, and you know that, bro. Unity and them blades kind of keep y'all afloat. So without the blades, bro, I told you, y'all would be short on your commissary. That's all I'm gonna say. But anyway, that's a whole nother story. But yeah, Mexicans learn how to stick together through us. Everybody follow this black sauce. Whether it's rap, whether it's Malcolm, whether it's everything, our culture just attracts everybody. But yeah, a lot of people learn unity through us. So, anyway, yeah, black people united is some dangerous shit in America, and white folks are still scared of that. But yeah, we just ain't organized. That's why everybody can talk about it, and that's why I even talk about how stupid we act. But anyway, where was I at? Jose Benavidez Jr. Sr. And also, since I'm talking about this black and Mexican prison beef, this shit ain't just no prison beef. David Benavidez has, he done went all the way Mexican, pretty much. They pushing that shit on him. His father's been pushing him to just say Mexican. Because David Benavidez used to walk with the Mexican flag and the Ecuadorian flag. So I guess he just gonna walk with the red, white, and green now. Yeah, this is a black versus Mexican fight. Even Andrade said bet on black. Anyway, so this some black and Mexican shit. But yeah, bro, all that Dauphin shit, that was a low blow. That was like some hoe ass shit. So we already know what we get labeled as. But anyway, we don't control the drugs in this country anyway. So I peeped that. Another thing I peeped, because I'm not gonna stay on Benavidez Senior and Junior. We all see what they do, bro. Ain't nobody else gonna call them out on it, I guess. Like I said, bro. Ryan says that Tank is nothing without him. Ryan Garcia says Tank cannot sell without him. That's another thing I want to touch on. Listen, I have no war with Tank or Tank fans or none of that shit. I'm not on no Devin Haney versus Tank or none of that type of shit. No, I just think what I think about that fight. But I am going to say that every time Devin Haney has something to say about Tank, Coach Calvin come out, Ellaby come out, everybody got something to say when Devin got something to say about Tank. Tank fans come out, everybody come out. But, something I noticed, Ryan was never respectful to Tank. Not even during the negotiations, during the build-up of the fight. He was never respectful of Tank. He always talked shit. But nobody ever had no shit to talk about Ryan. I said in one of my videos, I said Ryan should really be thankful to Tank, and it should have humbled him. Because Tank gave him that shot. Tank gave him the exposure. And also, people act like Tank has never promoted a fight like he promoted that fight. You ain't never seen Tank turned up like he was turned up during the build-up of that fight. Rolly was close, though. Rolly was close. Tank promoted the shit out there. But he promoted the fuck out of that Ryan fight. And Tank was did 50 interviews. And Ryan was interviewed by all black platforms. So black people embraced Ryan. And they gave him that stage. They put him in these on these platforms. So, and also Mexicans got behind him. It was a thing where it was bigger than Ryan. It was a thing where Mexican fans been kind of... Mexican fans really low-key, especially since that Cruz fight, I guess they see Tank as vulnerable and a puncher can beat him, so they figured Ryan would be the one. It was never so much about Ryan. It was a black and Mexican thing, bro. And Mexican fans got behind Ryan just for that fight. Ever since that fight, we've seen what Mexican fans have done. They abandoned the fuck out of him. Nobody's talking about Ryan. Nobody's talking about this December 2nd fight. Nobody's talking about it. And it's not on pay-per-view. So the audacity to say that Tank don't sell without you. Tank's fight next will be on pay-per-view. And it ain't got to be against Teofimo or Devin or Shakur to be on pay-per-view. You can get a pay-per-view fight if you fight Teo. But Ryan is not on pay-per-view. So it looks like you ain't shit without Tank, bro. But like I said, we won't hear from Tank fans. We won't hear from Coach Calvin and Kenny Ellis because they do a lot of interviews when Devin say something or when Bill say something. But No, I just noticed that. Ryan is basically saying Tank should thank him, and also you signed that contract, bro. And then you really did some snake shit in my opinion, because now you've been using this rehydration clause as if you never lost. You using that now, and you knew when you signed on that dotted line that you was going to lose that fight, and you couldn't wait to use that as an excuse. That's why you were so eager to sign the rehydration clause. Do I agree with the rehydration clause? No. But your ass signed for it, and you couldn't wait to quit so you could say I was just weak. It was the rehydration clause. That motherfucker said, how can you do a reporter's job and you dehydrated? It's sad, bro. But you know what? Nobody says Ryan is making excuses. That's the two-faced shit in boxing that I just can't stand. So I'm through with Ryan, bro. I ain't got much on Ryan. I just know fans will never hold him accountable for nothing he say. Fans will never hold Ryan accountable for nothing he say. I'm telling you, bro, I think some dudes just, I don't know. I hear so many, they say he good looking or some shit. I don't know. Maybe these dudes, fans are attracted to him or some shit. I don't know what the fuck. But he never get really called out for his bullshit. Listen, on to the next. Black fans ain't riding with Jamal either. That's a fact. Jamal also said some shit. Cause I've been peeped to play. I said Caleb like to make a move when the security's around. He one of them. When he did it with Canelo, the security was right there to break it up. Jamal said, bro, me and Caleb had got into it way before that shit. He said he didn't slap me until the cameras came on. Then he turned up. We had words. He wasn't crunk then. So anyway, but fans got so much behind it. But like I said, I don't think fans are really behind Jamal or whatever. But I think this is a good fight for him. And I think Jose Benavidez is definitely going to come to fight. And I think fans, because they said fuck Jamel, they saying fuck Jamal too. So, and also, which leads me to black fans are not rooting for Andrade. There is no buzz behind him. Nobody's pulling for him to win. I ain't seen too many people. It's a couple. But I'm just telling you, bro. And I made that video that I refused to give a prediction. One of the main reasons why I refuse to give a prediction is because I know the energy won't be the same. The energy will not be the same if Demetrius Andrade win. It won't be the same. They will not. Fans have only demanded Canelo to fight two fighters throughout his whole career. It's only been two demands, and neither one of those fighters was black. Triple G was the first fight they demanded, and the next fight they demanded out of all his fights is David Benavidez. Those are the only two fighters in the history of Canelo's career that all fans have agreed that he must fight them. All fans agreed on Triple G, and all fans agree on David Benavidez. Fans will not agree that he got to fight Andrade. No matter how spectacular he may look, because I'm just going to tell you something. It makes no... Bro, watching film will give you no... It don't do it, bro. It won't do it. It won't do it because Andrade is unpredictable. Andrade... I'm finna say something, bro. I'm finna say some shit. Even though he's 35, bro. When I watch Andrade, Demetrius Andrade, is arguably the most skilled fighter in boxing. It's out of three fighters. The top three most skilled fighters, I ain't gonna lie, it's hard to leave out Bud. But just not including Bud, Boots, Andrade, and Shakur. Those are the top three most skilled fighters in boxing, in my opinion. Andrade is arguably the most skilled. And the reason why, even though Boots is more young and he's just more lighter on his feet and youthful, Andrade's smarter. Andrade's feet are much more educated. Bro, Andrade does nothing wrong. It's like, bro, when you look at this fight, Benavidez has nothing for Andrade. The only thing he has is size. That is it. There is no comparison when it comes to skills because David Benavidez, honestly, is not a very skilled fighter. He's a pressure fighter, bro, that throw a lot of punches. And he has no defense. Zero defense. He wide open throughout the entire fight. I'm just telling you, bro, the more I look at this fight, the more... when you really look at this fight, bro, you almost begin to ask yourself, how do Andrade lose? How can he lose? How can you lose? Because Andrade got the perfect style. The defense, the counters, the fact that Andrade don't mind fighting. He showed that in most of his fights. Andrade will fight you on the inside. Andrade will fight. A lot of people they miss that. They miss the boxing and the defense. He'll fight. And one thing about Andrade I've noticed, when he on the inside and he fighting, he don't get hit really like that. His defense is still good when he's fighting on the inside. And like I said, Andrade is one of them that sits all the way down on his punches. And he hits you to hurt you. Listen, the more I look at this fight, bro, there is nothing I see that David Benavidez possessed besides being bigger and being younger. Those are the only two things I see, bro. Other than that, everything favors Andrade. Andrade is a much better fighter than David Benavidez. Like, there's nobody in boxing that can tell me that Benavidez is better than Andrade. No, you may say he's bigger and he's at a bigger weight class, and his size and his aggression, it may slow Andrade down. It may be too much for Andrade. He may be too strong for Andrade. But he's not better than Andrade. Nobody in boxing thinks David Benavidez is better than Andrade. Nothing he does is better. It's not one thing Benavidez does that's better than Andrade. Andrade do everything good. Andrade got great head movement. Andrade don't keep his head on the line either. That's another thing I noticed. He don't keep his head on the line. And he can switch. I'm telling you though, but when he southpaw, you just can't fuck with him from the southpaw stand. But when he go orthodox, he get to throwing that overhand right. And that right is hard. Andrade is and not only Andrade by far, in my opinion though, even more so than Bud, Andrade is the most precise puncher in boxing. He has the best accuracy out of any fighter in boxing, in my opinion. It's just crazy to me, bro. I low-key, bro, I see Andrade, when I look at this fight, and I'm not even finna give a prediction, but I'm just saying, I see Andrade, like, putting on a masterclass boxing display. Hitting and not getting hit. Let me tell you something, bro. I don't care how strong you are. I don't care how strong your front foot is and how much of a front foot fighter you are, bro. When you get hit with enough flush punches and Andrade throw combinations, you're not walking through all that shit, bro. And he hit hard. You're not walking through that shit, bro. I swear, bro, the more I look at this fight, it's like, how does Andrade lose? You begin to ask yourself, how does he lose, bro? He's much better. And a lot of people keep trying to compare him to Caleb. Andrade is much better than Caleb. Caleb's feet are not as near as fast, and they're not as educated. And he's not as athletic as Andrade. Andrade a duck damn near hit the floor. His knees damn near be on the floor, and he be ducking punches. Very athletic. Very athletic. He got great head movement. Plant don't have head movement. That's not something he possesses. He good at ring generalship, and he got a good jab. He got good educated feet, but they're not the same. And he don't sit down on his punches. Andrade do. Andrade will throw haymakers at your ass. That overhand left, it'll drop anybody, in my opinion. If he hit you with that overhand left, bro, he gonna drop you. And a lot of times he'll throw that right hook and then leap in with the he'll throw the right hook and throw the overhand left and then come back with a right uppercut. When he do that shit, bro, he throw combinations at you and they be hard shots. The more I look at this fight, I just think Andrade is a much better fighter. And I don't think I guess I am damn near predicted. It ain't that much strength in the world, bro. I just don't see Benavidez beating Andrade. I don't think you better, and I don't see strength ain't enough. I'm just gonna be honest, bro. I think I see Andrade exposing David Benavidez's ring IQ. I want you to look at that Plant fight, bro. I want you to really look at it, bro. Look at the first 6 rounds. I had Plant win the first 6 rounds, arguably the 7th. The first 6 rounds, and it was easy. Benavidez came forward, stalked, was patient, though. He was just waiting on him to gas out. You can't do that with Andrade. Because I'm going to be honest, Plant was making Benavidez miss and everything in the first 6 rounds. And look at the first 6 rounds, Benavidez looked ordinary. Benavidez didn't look tough until Plant got tired. And it wasn't the pressure. Plant gets tired in the second half. That's just what he do. I think he has a conditioning problem. Maybe Breadman needs to just work him a little harder. But Benavidez didn't get confident into that fight until he seen Plant tired. He was not confident, bro. Plant completely controlled the first half of that fight easily. It was how easy he done it that I look at. It's not that he controlled the fight. Look at how easy he done it. Benavidez, if you thinking you can just stalk Andrade and eat up all them shots for 6 rounds and 7 rounds and 8 rounds, and you think in the 9th and 10th round you just gonna come on, by then you're gonna be too weak, bro. Punishment. You can't continuously take punishment and continue to come forward and still be just as strong. Them punches will wear you down, bro. So I'm telling you, bro, the more I look at this fight, Andrade is much better than David Benavidez. Andrade is much better. Much better. But, like I said, you might be stronger, you got size, and you do got youth. But when it comes to the youth, I don't really count that as much. I count more so the size and the strength. I do think you're strong, and I do think you're bigger. When I look at that, bro, that's not enough to beat Andrade. When you look at Andrade, bro, I've watched every Andrade fight. I watched his entire career. I watched every fight at least 3-4 times. Every fight. You can't miss me with Demetrius Andrade, bro. And even at 35, bro, I still think he levels above David Benavidez. And I just want to know, if I'm tripped, bro, come into the comments, let me know. Is Demetrius Andrade not levels above Benavidez? And I think he's levels above Caleb Plant. Bro, when I look at this, bro, I'm just gonna say it, bro. And maybe ain't nobody really better than Andrade. When it comes down to Andrade, you really gotta ask who is better. No. Because when Andrade was so dominant, remember they started trying to call him boring and just not excited to keep Canelo from having to fight him. Who is really better than Andrade? Who better? And what do they do that's better? The only way you beat Andrade really is a puncher's chance. There is no fighter in boxing that will outskill Andrade. No fighter. You can't name a fighter in boxing that will outskill Demetrius Andrade. You got a puncher's chance. That's how good Andrade, even at 35, even with age, bro, even in his last fight, when I look at his defense, look at the head movement, look how he keep his head off the line, look at the power, look at how you not walking through that, bro. And he wants you to come in. Andrade punch with mean intentions. That's the overall factor why I say, how can David Benavidez fuck with that? It's different with Caleb Plant. Caleb Plant had no power, and he don't sit down on his punches. You dealing with somebody with better defense, better ring generalship. He switched from southpaw to orthodox, and he got power. And he sit down on his punches, and he accurate, and he throw 3-4 punch combinations. Some Caleb Plant does not do. He throw 4 punch combinations at you, bro. That uppercut will hurt you, bro. The more I look at this, bro, it's nothing that David Benavidez do in the ring that's better than Andrade. It's just he's smaller. He's smaller. You're stronger. It got to be more than that to beat him, bro. Benavidez, let me tell you something about Benavidez. I do want to say this. He's not a very skilled fighter. Benavidez is what you call a very talented fighter. He hasn't completely developed skill level. He's not very skilled. He athletic in certain ways, but he's a talent. David Benavidez is just very talented. He's very fast, got very fast hands. He got a good inside game. He throw combinations too. He's just talented as fuck. He's very talented, but he's not very skilled. And he has no defense. No defense. So, but like I said, if Andrade win, boxing fans won't get behind him like they did David Benavidez. I'm telling you, bro, if Andrade win, it's gonna be some bullshit. If he win, it's gonna be a bullshit narrative. It's gonna be some shit, bro. It's gonna be some shit. It's gonna be some shit. Like they may even say, "Oh, he had a boring win. He fought a safe." Or it's gonna be some. It ain't gonna be where he get the credit. Like he put on a masterclass. Or where if Andrade beat Benavidez, they ain't gonna put him on the pound for pound list. They ain't gonna put him on the pound, and they ain't gonna demand a Canelo fight. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. Canelo already talking about fighting Jaime Munguia. A fight ain't nobody asking for. Bro, I'm telling you, bro, you gotta agree. You just gotta agree, bro. You can't tell me I'm lying. Andrade is just better. It's just nothing. And another thing, it's just too many factors I'm looking at. Andrade has never been intimidated by nobody. He's not scared of David Benavidez. I'm telling you, bro. I still ain't. I'm telling you, bro. I'm gonna lose some sleep over this shit until the fight happens. Listen, bro. That Demetrius Andrade is much better than David Benavidez. I've thought it over and over. I've tried to be as fair as I can be. He's much better. It's not close. It's not close. Nobody in 168 or 175 is near as skilled as Andrade. Nobody, bro. The only fighters that are as skilled as Andrade is Terrence Crawford, Shakur Stevenson, Jerome Busenis. Nobody else is on the skill level of Andrade. Andrade got the best, arguably the number one skills in boxing, arguably. How do you beat that, bro? And it'll be a difference if Benavidez had one punch knockout power. He don't got that. The more I look at it, I think Canelo will have a better chance of beating Andrade than Benavidez. Benavidez has no defense. Canelo has somewhat defense. And Canelo, even though his feet are very slow and it's not that good, I think stylistically, that's a tougher fight for Andrade than Benavidez. Benavidez come forward and he's there to get hit. He's there to get hit. Canelo at least put his high guard up and he got decent head movement. Canelo got decent head movement. He get out of the way of shots and he's always looking to counter you. David Benavidez is not that effective of a counterpuncher. He's offensive, and when he's defensive, he got his guard up. He's offensive, then he's defensive. He's not a good counterpuncher. Canelo is known as that's his best shit is countering. So I think that's a more and Canelo do got one punch knockout power. I can't take that from Canelo. He's a steroid cheat, a dirty fighter, but that motherfucker got one punch knockout power, and he do got a good chin. That's his best attributes. He a one punch knockout artist, and he got a granite chin. That's the best shit I could ever say about Canelo. Anyway, I'm telling you, bro, the more I think about this fight, Andrade is the perfect fighter to expose. And I'm not saying it like I want to see Benavidez exposed, but he's the perfect fighter to expose you, bro. To expose what nobody has been talking about. When you listen to all these, Teddy Atlas, listen to all these professionals, nobody ever talks about the lack of defense that David Benavidez has. I don't hear nobody saying it. He has no defense. David Benavidez ain't got no head movement. His head is on the line, almost like Ryan. He stands straight up. He got a hard ass jab when he use it, but he abandons his jab. I love the straight right he got. He got a beautiful straight right. That straight right hurt too. It's a stinging ass punch. It ain't no knockout punch, but it's effective when he use it. I love his straight right. That's one of my favorite punches. I like the uppercut he throw. He throw good hooks. One thing I do like about David Benavidez also, he go to the body. That's one thing he do. But when he do, he's wide open. David Benavidez is wide open to get hit, bro. David Benavidez is damn near a punching bag. And another thing, while you hitting him, he don't punch in between your shots. So when you hitting him with combinations, he just getting hit flush. He'll ball up, or he'll just try to take that shit. He'll try to just walk through that shit. He gonna be getting hit flush, bro. Nobody's talking about his lack of defense. And I can't say his offense is his defense like they used to try to say with Manny Pacquiao. Because I don't think David Benavidez's hand speed is on the level of Andrade. I think Andrade will be the faster fighter. He's much quicker. He's sharper. And like I said, his punches are precise. Look at Andrade fights. Andrade don't miss much with his punches. He pick his shots very carefully. And he plays them just right. I'm telling you, bro, I just can't let go. I can't let this shit go, bro. There's no way. There's nothing you do that's better. Andrade would have to completely go in there and just look old. That's the only way. He would have to go in there and either, and he won't lay down. That's one. It's things that I know about Andrade that he not finna lay down. He's not finna be scared of him. These are things I am 100%. I'm 110% positive. Andrade is not scared of him. Andrade ain't one of them kind of fighters. Andrade is a different kind of fighter. Andrade, he's not, no. He ain't scared to mix it up. It ain't gonna be no intimidation factor, none of that. I'm not worried about none of that. But the only thing, unless Andrade just go in there and, unless he just go in there looking tired or just like, I just don't know, bro. At this point, bro, I don't see no way Benavidez beats Andrade. I don't see it. There's no way I can see him winning, bro. No, when you're dealing with the second best defense in boxing, you can keep talking about how many punches he throw. When you're talking about the second best defense in boxing and somebody who counters with you and he'll punch with you, he's countering you, bro. Every time you're throwing these fast punches and these little flurries, he's countering you, bro. And he got the second best defense in boxing. I don't see him beating that, bro. It just ain't. Deborah want to say it ain't no way. It ain't no way, no how. I just don't see it. I just think Andrade is much better. At this point, I'm telling you, bro, I said it. Ain't nobody at 168 or 160. And I said Morrell is the boogeyman. Even Morrell, I don't know if he beats Andrade right now. I think he beats Benavidez. I think he bigger, stronger, and way more powerful. Morrell got one punch knockout power. Nobody's better than Andrade. Yeah, I'm just going to go out. I'm going to go out on nobody's better. Nobody. From 160 to 175. From 154 to 175, ain't nobody fucking with Andrade. Even at 35 years old, bro. The more I look, bro, because you ain't seen no slippage. I can only keep saying he's 35. I don't know how he gonna look. I just saw him 6 months ago, bro. What about 8 months ago when he fought Nick? We've never really seen no slippage. We've never seen him start looking old in a fight. We've never seen him look slower. He's still fast. And another thing about Andrade, when he slow down, it's because he done slowed you down. When you see him slow down in the later half, it's because you at this point, he's mentally defeated you. And you really scared to let your hands go because he's countering you. And you really don't want to get knocked out. So he just cruised to a decision. If you notice, just look, it ain't that he slowed down and he's tired. No, he just slowed down because you slowed down. One thing, the only flaw in Andrade, the only flaw he has is he's not a great finisher. But he gonna hurt you. He'll drop you 7 times, but not knock you out. He's not a knockout artist, but he can hurt you. He just don't go for the finish. He do go for the finish, but he's not great at finishing opponents. He's great at hurting your ass, though. He's just not a great finisher. That's the only flaw I see. Other than that, bro, even at 35, bro, I'm just, I just want, y'all got to hit me in the comments, bro. Who's better than Andrade? Can we name 5 fighters in boxing that's better than Demetrius Andrade? Can we name 3? All I can think of is Bud. Yeah. It's hard to say who really just better than him, bro. It's hard to say, bro. It is hard to name how many fighters are just better than Andrade. I just don't know, bro. Andrade's so good that he can just... Andrade one of the only fighters that can do what he want in the ring. And he do unorthodox shit. He do awkward shit to where it's gonna be hard to hit him because he's so fucking awkward. He gets so low to the ground and he'll turn and turn you in a circle and then catch you with a mean combination. And when he throw combinations, he go from the body to the head. At this point, I'm through, bro. I know I've ventured off, and he not better. Nah, bro. You gonna have to come in there with some incredible Hulk strength, some more shit. It's gonna take a lot to beat Andrade, bro. And there's nothing Benavidez has showed me that says he better than Andrade. There's nothing he's ever showed in no Benavidez. You only good as your last opponent. It is nothing in a 6 month span to where Benavidez is finna look so much more spectacular than he looked against Plant. Benavidez only looked spectacular when Plant got tired, bro. When Plant had energy, Benavidez couldn't do nothing with him. When Plant had energy, Benavidez couldn't do nothing with him. And I'm gonna be honest. I thought Canelo's win was much more impressive. I gotta be honest, because for one, he knocked him out. And also, Canelo did hit him with the hooks to the body that actually slowed him down. And he set up a good knockout shot when he caught him with the hook up top, with the left hook up top. So it gave a formula to how to beat Plant. I don't see it, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Boy. We're gonna see. It's nothing he do that's better. How can you beat him besides being stronger? How can David Benavidez beat Demetrius Andrade besides being stronger? Bigger and stronger. You can say youthful too. You can say he's 10 years younger. Youth, strong, bigger. But you're dealing with Andrade. Ring IQ, ring generalship, accuracy, power, defense. I've named 7 to 8 things versus 3 things. Youth, size, and strength, bro. I just don't see it. I don't see it. So, we shall see, man. But I'm pulling for Andrade. I wish black fans would pull for him more. I know we ain't. But like I said, at this point, I see a shutout performance. How does Andrade even lose a round? At this point, the more you think about, when you think common sense and boxing, and if you just really look at the shit and not so look at the image of David Benavidez, not look at the fact, because David Benavidez has become a star. No cap. He's become a star. Stop looking at that. Stop looking at his attachment to Canelo and how aggressive he is and brutal he is and his highlights. When you really look at this shit, David Benavidez can't fuck with Andrade. That's just how I feel. And when I look at the eye test, he can't fuck with him. Can't fuck with him. And you leave yourself open. Anyway, I'm done with it. We shall see. This is 903 Boxing. I'm your host, Charles J. With that, I'm out.